This live edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance at nhliberty.org. I'm standing here with Brian from Grafton. Who has dropped by to let me know that there's going to be some anti-suspicionless checkpoint activism tonight in the Hanover area. Tell me a little bit about what you got planned, right?
Well, we're gonna meet out there, and hopefully be at a safe distance away from the police, and allow people to circumvent around the checkpoint, so they don't get caught up in the rigmarole of the DWI laws here in New Hampshire. New Hampshire recently bought a $500,000 mobile processing unit to speed up the processing and enforcement of DWI laws. It's been hugely active, rotating towns throughout the state. If you are unfortunate enough to get caught up in the DWI checkpoint, Weber versus the state of New Hampshire. Don't sign anything, and you don't sign anything, and Weber versus the state of New Hampshire will protect what little rights you're going to be afforded in the legal process.
Now, for someone like me, or really the average person, who doesn't really have that much of a problem with DUI laws, why is it bad to have these checkpoints where they're basically looking for people who might be a threat to others?
Well, the threat is not easily defined. Someone like me who drinks every day, a .08 with my body weight is 2 beers. And I can safely operate a motor vehicle after drinking 2 beers. When they first passed the law, it was .01. It was .012, and now they've made a whole bunch of new laws to support the bureaucracy in place. It's now down to a .08, and now we're at the point where they're stopping everyone to get suspicion. Basically for suspicionless reasons. To get them into the system.
But is there any indication? To what extent do you sense that authorities are also taking people and kidnapping them for other things that aren't a threat to others, like others, like driver's license registration issues, or registration issues, license tag issues that can be.
What do they do when they come with issues that can be? What do they do when they come with someone that's not a threat, but they have a paperwork issue?
They're being rounded up also. And their cars are being impounded. Their cars are being towed. And their cars are being held. For ransom, basically. It's a money scam.
All right. Yeah. For me, I find that. All right. Yeah. For me, I find that to be the issue that bothers me the most. Plus the fact that I'm having to pay for it. Even though I disagree with it. Yeah. I disagree with it. Yeah. So, all right. Well, Brian. Do you have a spot that you want to meet up with other folks? If anyone's watching and in a position, to show up. Time and place.
Don't. I believe the checkpoint is going to be on Route 10. So I don't know exactly where it is yet. I'm gonna head out there and try to figure out where it is.
What should people do if their activists who can get to the Hanover area? What should they do when they get there? Do you want them to call you, or is there a way to I don't know if you want to give your number out over the internet. But
yeah, I don't have a cell phone number. So okay. I have a cell phone number. So okay. I just if you dare drive through the checkpoint, you'll probably see a checkpoint of it. That's on one side or the other of it.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, Brian.
Thank you.
Again, this edition of the Ridley Report. Brought to you by the New Hampshire Liberty. Alliance. They're the folks that are so prominent at the State House that if you were to do this, you had hit one of them because they're all over the place. You can't swing a fist without running into one of them. New Hampshire Liberty, one of them. New Hampshire Liberty Alliance at nhliberty.org.